Hello, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into the chaotic whirlwind of emotions and relationships surrounding Hope Logan on The Bold and the Beautiful. We're going to explore the tangled mess of her heart as she grapples with past loves, current desires, and a reputation that's taken quite the beating. From her rekindled connection with Carter Walton to her desperate longing for Liam Spencer in the face of his tragic health crisis, Hope's life is a roller coaster of passion and regret. Add to that the sharp criticism from Daphne Rose, Steffy Forrester, and Taylor Hayes, and we've got plenty to unpack. So, settle in as we delve into Hope's tumultuous journey, her shifting moral compass, and whether she truly needs a break from romance to rediscover herself. Hope's heart, torn between passion and pain. Hope Logan finds herself at a crossroads, her emotions scattered like leaves in a storm on the Los Angeles streets, where Forrester Creations looms as a constant reminder of her past. Recently, she reignited a fiery connection with Carter Walton, their romance blooming amidst late-night strategy sessions over design boards and stolen glances in the company's elegant conference room. The thrill of creative collaboration and shared power fueled their bond, making Hope feel alive in ways she hadn't in years. For a brief, intoxicating period, they seemed unstoppable, practically running Forrester Creations with a shared vision until Carter made the noble decision to relinquish control back to the Forrester family, leaving Hope adrift in uncertainty. Now, her focus has shifted to Liam Spencer, the man who has long held a piece of her heart, especially since he confirmed the heartbreaking news of his terminal illness. In quiet, tearful moments at his beachside home, with the sound of waves crashing as a somber backdrop, Hope wrestles with guilt over their fractured past. She poured her soul out to him in the Friday, May 16th episode, longing for a future they might never have. Surprisingly, Liam, ever the selfless soul, urged her to mend things with Carter, to build a stable life despite their own history of betrayal and heartbreak. Hope, however, clings to the dream of rebuilding with Liam, even as she recalls the pain of her infidelity with Thomas Forrester that shattered their marriage years ago. Her heart is a battlefield, torn between a fading dream and a complicated present, a reputation in ruins, criticism from all sides. Hope hasn't been herself lately, and the sharp tongues of those around her are quick to point it out. Daphne Rose, Steffy Forrester, and Taylor Hayes have formed an unspoken alliance in their judgment, whispering over cappuccinos at Il Giardino that Hope's pattern of jumping from one man to another reveals a manipulative streak. They paint her as a siren of sorts, luring men into her orbit only to discard them when the thrill fades. Daphne, with her piercing gaze, recalls how Hope's affair with Thomas broke Liam's spirit, while Steffy fumes over Hope's past attempt to charm her own husband, Finn, during a vulnerable moment at a family gathering. Taylor, ever the psychiatrist, muses that Hope's behavior might stem from a need for validation, but even she can't hide her disapproval of Hope's whirlwind romance with Carter. Their critique stings, especially as Hope overhears snippets of their conversation during a tense encounter at the Forrester mansion, where the scent of jasmine from the garden mingles with the bitterness in the air. She knows her reputation has taken a hit, once the poster child for virtue and now seen as a heartbreaker. Yet, in her private moments, staring out over the city from her balcony, Hope wonders if they're partly right. Has she lost herself in the pursuit of love or power? The gossip echoes in her mind, each word a reminder of the high pedestal she once stood on and the long fall that followed. A moral compass gone astray. The weight of her past, there's no denying that Hope's journey has been a turbulent one, marked by a dramatic shift in values that even she struggles to understand. Once a beacon of purity and morality, often seen volunteering at local charities or advocating for ethical fashion, Hope prided herself on being a role model. But that innocence crumbled when she tasted the intoxicating rush of passionate relationships, starting with her scandalous affair with Thomas in a hidden corner of a Monte Carlo hotel during a business trip. The thrill of forbidden love, the power of commanding attention, changed her. Her romance with Carter only deepened this transformation, as she reveled in the control and creativity their partnership unlocked, hosting impromptu runway shows that dazzled LA's elite. Now, reflecting in her quiet loft apartment surrounded by sketches and fabric swatches, Hope admits her dating history reads like a cautionary tale. She traces much of her struggle back to her upbringing, a childhood shadowed by parents who embodied romantic chaos. Her mother, Brooke Logan, notoriously flitted between men, her affairs a constant headline in glossy magazines. Her father, Deacon Sharp, was no saint either, his betrayal of Bridget with Brooke resulting in Hope's very existence, a fact that still haunts family dinners. Growing up amidst such turmoil, Hope lacked a steady moral guide, a lighthouse to steer her through life's tempests. She fought hard to be different, dressing in modest whites and pastels as if to symbolize her purity, but the pull of passion proved stronger than her resolve. Searching for redemption. Does Hope need solitude? At the core of Hope's dilemma lies a pressing need for introspection, a chance to step away from the romantic entanglements that define her. The mistakes of her past, cheating on Liam, pursuing Finn, diving headfirst into a power-driven affair with Carter, loom large, casting shadows over her every decision. Friends like Donna Logan have gently suggested over coffee at a quaint downtown cafe that Hope might benefit from time alone, a period to reconnect with her roots. Perhaps a retreat to Big Bear, where she spent childhood summers hiking with her family, could offer clarity, the crisp mountain air a balm for her weary soul. Focusing on her children, Beth and Douglas, could ground her, reminding her of the stability she craves to provide. Hope herself muses on this during sleepless nights, wondering if her heart can handle another crash and burn romance. The pattern is clear. Each relationship, no matter how promising, ends in pain, often leaving others, Liam, especially wounded, in her wake. Staying single might be her path to rediscovery, a way to rebuild the moral compass she's lost. She dreams of journaling her thoughts, maybe even taking up painting again, a hobby she abandoned after high school, as a means to process her emotions without a man's validation. The idea of standing on her own, without a partner to define her, feels both terrifying and liberating. The road ahead. Can Hope find her way? As Hope stands at this pivotal moment, the future remains uncertain. Will she heed Liam's advice and fight for a life with Carter? Or will her longing for Liam, intensified by his illness, pull her back into familiar chaos? The opinions of Daphne, Steffi, and Taylor weigh on her, their words a mirror reflecting a version of herself she barely recognizes. Yet, beneath the criticism and heartbreak lies a woman who once inspired others with her ideals. Can she reclaim that part of herself, or is she doomed to repeat the cycles of her parents? One thing is certain. Hope's story on the bold and the beautiful continues to captivate, a testament to the messy, beautiful complexity of human emotion. Her struggle reminds us that even in glamour-soaked LA, where designer gowns and corporate battles reign, the heart's journey is universal. So what do you think? Should Hope take a step back from romance to focus on herself and her family? Or is there hope yet for her to find lasting love? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I am eager to hear your take. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into Hope Logan's world. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more bold and the beautiful updates. Until next time, keep watching, keep wondering, and stay tuned for the next twist in this unforgettable saga